Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday. Yay, Saturday. And we are going to start on our part of the color along with Shannon, Tonje, and Sarah. So this is the picture that all of us are coloring. And I have a small part of it. This is the part that I have to color. So we will be coloring that this week. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Dan. Hello, Yana. Hello, Dee. Hello, B. Hello, Mona. Hello, everyone. And all of our wonderful lurkers out there. Jen is currently about to have a wedding, so congratulations, Jen, on becoming a mother-in-law, as well as congratulations, Tori, on becoming a wife and marrying the man of your dreams. That is so exciting. So that's what's going on this weekend. Yay! And of course, we have Halloween coming up. Also, yay! I'm going to fiddle with the camera here. It was a little lopsided. We will be using the prettiest pencils in the world for this. So we will be using the Pheonix Color 100s as well as their 72 set of the Pheonix Color that are a little bit harder than the 100s. The reason why we're using the Pheonix Color is because we are 140 subscribers away from the 2,500 subscriber giveaway of the Pheonix Color 100s. So yeah, yay! So that's what we're going to be working on. So I think we're just going to jump right on in as soon as we have a couple more peoples, because I don't want anybody to miss it. And this is our section, so we've got a part of the wine cask, the drip pan, an apple, the riding mouse, and the little elf. And I looked at the bigger picture, and I do believe this is an orange. So that's what I'm going to color it as. So just warning you, Sarah, because Sarah's page is next to mine. So I'm going to color that as an orange. Just saying. So how is everybody this week? How was your week? I hope you all had a great day. Oh, pretty day on the creek. Awesome. It's raining here. Which you will hear quite often throughout the winter is it's raining. That's what it does here. I've had way too much coffee this morning, so don't mind me. This is what happens when I make a pot of coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning. I drink it all by 10. Is it just me or is chat going really slow? Hopefully it's just me. All right, so let's get started. Going to switch it over to the close-up camera, and we're going to, I think we're going to start on the apple. So we need a couple out of here and a couple out of here. And then hopefully I'll be able to put them all back. Good morning, Wicca. Yeah, it's about that here too, and a little bit chilly. So we're going to start with a little bit of yellow on the apple. Just going to fill in a couple of spots with some yellow. And when we add the red, it'll hopefully give us a little bit of dimension to it. Yay! Hello, Catherine. Yes, there is a 100, which is the prettiest pencils in the world. And I'll switch over to the main camera so you can see the 72 set. There we go. So that's from the 100s, and this is the 72 set. These ones here are not as soft. These ones here are a little bit harder, but they are the same composition, and they come in a little case that stands up. And they look like that. And as you can tell, I have used them, and they're nice pencils. But yeah, they actually have names and numbers on them, or at least numbers and names on the end. So they have names and numbers on them, unlike the 100s. The 100s have names and have names on them as well, except for it's all in Chinese. So, but I'm glad you got your net to sync up. That's always a good thing. I'm going to use a little bit of orange now. I'm going to switch back over to the close-up. Coming off of that yellow a little bit. He's a little elf. It's an elf pantry. And just going to fill that in a little bit. Hello, Joyce. Welcome, welcome. Nice. I think you're going to have a great time doing that. Yeah, definitely got to post some pictures of that one. All right, so now we're going to go into some of the more reds. So we're going to grab crimson, I think, which should be this one here. This one. And I'm going to sharpen it. Well, that's definitely one way to make the network better. Of the Pheonix color, they came. Well, I had to sharpen all the tips sooner or later. I'm not quite sure which new box you mean. I've already used these previously, so These ones are from China, not Germany. The set I got from Germany, um, I sharpened them all. The um, 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 Stedler, I sharpened all of them. So going in and doing the darkest areas. Hello, Crashes. Hello, Kenny. The last set I got was the Stedlers, and they're a nice pencil. A little bit too dominant on a couple of colors. I would have liked to have a bit more of a um, uh, variation, a little bit more even across the board with them. But other than that, they laid down really nice, and they blended really, really nice. Crashes, how is Calamity? Hopefully she is doing better and is home. Yes, yes, just your face, dear. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and doing the shadowed areas on the apple in dark crimson here. Yes, I was just asking it how Calamity was. Put a shadow under this leaf here. Hurry back, Wicca. Hi, Calamity! Well, I'm glad that she is doing better and that she's home. Just going to bring that deep red in from the back side here. Oh, I'm sorry that you weren't feeling well, Kenny. I hope you're feeling better. Excuse me. I inhaled the wrong way. Hello, Emmy. Of course, now I'm going to have a sneezing fit, and I'm going to have all sniffles for the rest of the stream. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it doesn't. I've had that lately. It's really annoying. Because then I feel yucky because I can't breathe. Thank you, Mona. I was trying to catch it before I sneezed in everybody's ears, but just putting in the shadow for the stem as well as the shadow for the leaf. Now I want to put some orange areas over here as well, but I want to go in with a bit of a red orange over here and in here. Like that, I think. Now we're going to go in with more of a brighter red. Trying to make sure I don't lose my headset. Awesome. And I have printed this out on the Nina cardstock. And these pencils do very well on it. Hello, Jamie. We are coloring the picture from Fabrica Fantasy. It's the pantry picture that we are coloring with Shannon, Tonje, and Sarah. And I am using the Pheonix color colored pencils. All right. So I'm just putting down a light layer and then I'll build up that color as we go along here. My dog is snoring. All right. This is the boring part. So this is the picture that we're going to color for the week. And then, depending upon how the week goes, we may pick another picture next week. But I have a eye doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So we will have to play it by ear at that point. And Monday, we're not going to be streaming on Monday because it is Halloween. And the dog barking and children ringing in the doorbell would probably keep everyone from being able to hear me. Well, they're pretty and they color very nicely. They are an oil-based pencil. And they layer very, very, very nicely. And you can squish them if you want to. But they are a very, very pretty pencil as well. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a deeper red here. It's not as deep as the dark crimson, but it's a little bit deeper than the one that we're using right now for the base coat. And we're just going to work off of that dark crimson. They are a very nice set of pencils. And for anybody that's considering them, they are available on Amazon. However, they are cheaper on AliExpress. So if you don't mind purchasing from AliExpress, they are cheaper to purchase on Ally. But if you find it less secure than Amazon, they do have them on Amazon as well. So I'm just going to be going back and forth between these two colors, building that color up. That's awesome. Make me want to send you a link and drag you in so that we can watch it. Alright, good. The only thing about these pencils that are a little bit harder to deal with is the fact that they don't have the English names on them and don't have a number. So I can't really tell you beyond my own chart. One of the colors I'm using is red umber and the other one is scarlet in my translation, but there's no numbers on them or anything, so I keep them in the box so that I can keep them in the order that they are on the chart in the box. Otherwise, it does get a little confusing. No, these are the um, Pheonix Color 100s. The prettiest pencils in the world, as far as I'm concerned. They are beautiful. The artwork on them is so nice. I did do a review of the journeys yesterday. Well, if you have them, you should use them and give them some love. Pencils like it when you use them and give them love. Just working into that yellow. And the darker red colors that we laid down already. And strengthening up the edge of the colors there. Yeah, see there, that's better. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Bob. Have a fantastic weekend, dear, and hopefully you catch up. Hey there, Connie. Sorry I did not see you come in. Well, thank you so much for stopping in, Connie. I appreciate it. I hope you can stay a little while. Again, going through and just strengthening up the shadows here. And just building that color up. And if you are a member of my Discord, I have created a text room for Jen to post wedding updates and pictures. So if you are curious or if you've been waiting to see how the wedding's going, that sort of thing, there is a place to do that. Yeah, there are some sets that you need at least two sets for. One so that you can color with them, one just because they're pretty. Hello, Annette. I have not noticed that, but I will try to pay more attention. Usually it's the other way around because the lightest colors have the most binder in it, most wax or oil base. So usually they're the softer ones. But I'll have to take a look at that. I've been playing with budget busters for a couple of days now, so actually the Stedler aren't too bad on the budget for if you purchase them from Blix, they're a little bit cheaper. Though I have noticed that the price on Amazon has gone down quite a bit since I purchased my set on Blix, so they may have caught on to the fact that they had overpriced them and people were going elsewhere. Thank you, B. I appreciate that. All right, let us figure out which way to put these back in. Um, I might actually have to sharpen a new one. So we're going to take our Caran d'Ache blender and we're going to blend this apple shiny. Not putting a lot of pressure on it because I may want to put more color down, but I just want to see how much more color I need to put down. If you put too much pressure on it, sometimes you can't put any more color on top of it. Yes, I have been posting them for a while in the discounts and deals section of my community page. They are approximately $357 right now for a full set. I'm just going to grab this one here and just going to put down a little bit more color here. I do try to keep up with all of those things. All right, I think that's enough. Yeah, that is comparable to Japan, Amazon, from what I've seen. But take a look. They may have dropped their price when Amazon US dropped their price. I lucked out when I bought mine, and I bought mine from a Japanese distributor that was going out of business, and saved a ton. So I'm just going to press a little bit harder now and blend that whole thing. Finishing that apple off. Yeah, they go pretty quick, especially if they're on sale. Yeah, they have gone up a lot. When I purchased mine, um, they were only about $250, $300 on Amazon Japan, and I got mine for half that. So, like I said, I lucked out and found a distributor that was going out of business, and major luck out. All right, so now we're going to do the leaf part. So I'm going to move these over, and we're going to grab some greens. Let's work on this one here. So I'm going to use a couple of greens from the um, Pheonix set. This one is olive green. The Pheonix set is an student artist grade. It's not as um, expensive or as pretty as the collection grade. but they do put out a really nice amount of color, and they are a very pretty pencil when they're used. Yes, absolutely. All right, so now I'm going to use Ming Green. And hopefully you guys can see that. All right, now we're going to put those away, and we're going to grab our green box here, and we're going to grab some yellow green. And we're going to start drying this leaf. So we want it to look like it's a fresh leaf, but we want to just start turning it as if it has been in the pantry for a couple of days, but not long enough to, or a day or two, not long enough to make it rot. And then we are going to use some browns out of the red set. No, out of the yellow set. So this one here should be brown. And then this one here should be aged wood. Like so. And then we're going to go back to that yellow green. Oh, coffee. Need coffee? No, I was talking about Kenny. All right. Now we're going to blend those together. What did I do with my itty bitty? I think I'm definitely going to need to sharpen a new one soon. Hello, Marilyn. Absolutely. If you're having a busy day, dear, enjoy your day and don't get too busy. All right, so I'm going to go with the brown here. Again, this one is aged wood. And then we're going to go with a lighter brown. And this one is dim red. And then we're going to use a little bit of brown. Good morning, Alex. Awesome. Enjoy your time away. Okay, and there we have our apple. Now we're going to work on our cherries. So I'm going to go back to the red set. Let's take a look at the other set here. Yeah, let's use the Pheonix. We're going to use some red, and we're going to use sangria. And a little bit of grenadine. All right, so we've got our 3 different reds here. We've got a dark, a medium, and a light. So we're going to start with the dark. We're going to work on our cherries here. And this one is sangria. And this is from the Pheonix Pheonix colors. So these ones are actually quite inexpensive on AliExpress. I do not believe that they are available on Amazon. And then we're going to go with our red. We're just going to come into that deeper color. like so. The Pheonix colors, the 100 set, does have a really good selection of colors, but the Pheonix set does add to those colors, giving you a few more levels of reds and yellows and that sort of thing, greens. And they're a bit of a firmer pencil, so getting into smaller details is a lot easier with them. But they do blend really well with the 100s. All right, now we're going to take, let's see. We're going to take vermilion from this set here. That's this one. No, there is no lacking in green, so. Well, thank you, Alex. No, most sets are usually lacking in pinks and reds and purples. Those are usually the ones that are lacking. Now we're going to go back in with the grenadine right over top of that vermilion. Just very lightly building that color. And we're going to go over it again with the vermilion. And then a final layer of the grenadine everywhere. Blending all those colors together. Like that. I am proud of you. You shouldn't have taken any at all, but you know. All right, now we're going to take our blender pencil and we're going to move everything into the lightest areas. And making it all shiny because it is a cherry. Like so. All right, now I'm going to put this one away because it's harder to make sure that I've got it in the right place. And then we're going to move into the browns. Now the Pheonix doesn't have, I shouldn't talk like that, doesn't have as many browns as the um, 100 set, of course, because it is only a 72 set, but it does have quite a few. We are going to use almond out of the Pheonix, which should be this one here. Oh, that's caramel. There's almond. And then we're going to use aged wood out of the other one for the cherry stem. Ooh, nice. Karen Myers picture. I like Karen Myers. Never enough purples. No. Orange, purples, pinks. They have a tendency to shortchange us on all those colors. So I'm starting off with the almond from the student grade Phoenix color. Again, these are called Pheonix. Pheonix. And they are, like I said, available on AliExpress. They are a bit of a thinner cord pencil and a little bit harder, but they are very blendable with the 100s as well as themselves, of course. Alright, then we're just going to go with the almond again, like so. Oh, that's funny. Awesome, but funny. Hiding making socks. You're wonderful. Alright, now I need this one here. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with this one here. And we're going to do this cherry here. Again, we're using the sangria. For our shadows. Alright, and then we're going to go in with the red. Hello, Frederica. Welcome, welcome. Yes, absolutely have a very fun and safe weekend. Alright, just going to put a little bit down here and down the back side here. Kind of glad I'm not coloring the miniature version of it. Okay, so question. What question? And then we're going to go in with grenadine. Except for in our highlights. Oh, is Connie leaving? It should convert it in your cart. All right, and then we're going to go in with the vermilion again. Now, I'm thinking this is a little bit too orange. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one. That's too orange. I want this one. I grabbed the wrong color. That's better. Normally what I do, Catherine, is I just do a cut and paste in Google money converter thing. But I don't know if you're on a computer or for a past transaction. Oh, um, yeah. Other than Google, I wouldn't have a clue. So I'm just going back and forth between the four colors here, building up a little bit more of that shadow color. And the highlight color. Before we blend it all together. So I've used 3 of the Pheonix and 1 of the 100s. One of the artist Phoenix colored ones. So the Pheonix are the prettiest pencils in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, so I will switch over in just a second here so you can see the boxes. They do have them on Amazon. I purchased mine on AliExpress, and I do find that they are much cheaper, less expensive on AliExpress. You are fine. You don't have to be sorry about random questions. Hopefully you figured out the answer. I'll switch over to the main camera here so you can see all of the pretties. So the Pheonix color in the artist grade come in several different boxes. I keep them in the box because it's easier to make sure that I have them in the right order. They are an oil-based pencil, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They have some beautiful artwork on them, as well as the numbers and names in Chinese. And then on this side of the box, it has your color order. I do match the names up with the color order there. I have had a friend of mine translate them. I can't say that it's a perfect translation, but it does seem to work quite well. So I have had them translated. So there's the black and whites. So this is blacks, grays, whites, skin tones in this box. And this box is our blues and our airs and our watercolors with our purples and our blues and our blue greens. This one here is our reds, oranges, and pinks, our fire colors. And this one here is our yellows, browns, and oranges, so our tiger colors. And then this one here is our greens. And this set has a wonderful set of greens. Yeah, they have gone up, Alex, quite a bit. But they on Amazon US, I do believe they are about $100, and on AliExpress, they are a little bit cheaper. They're about $80. I will take a look on Amazon and see if they are any less expensive than they were when I last looked. Pheonix color pencils. Oh, of course, now I can't find them on here. No, that's why, because it went to Prismacolor. All right, so they are $109.99 for the full set and $65.99 for the half set. So you can get a half set, which is 50 pencils, but the full set is $109.99. On Amazon, which has gone down quite a bit because they were like way up there, like 165. Yes, they are an oil-based pencil. I do believe. Let me just check and make sure. Yes. The 100s are an oil-based pencil. All right. Now going, and the other ones that I'm using are a Pheonix color product as well. They are called the Felinayo, and they are also a Pheonix color. It's a 72 oil-based pencil set. which is more of a student artist grade than the full artist grade. Absolutely. Now that is an affiliate link, so I do get a couple of pennies if you do use it. So if you don't want to use it, of course you can just type in the Pheonix color soft colored pencils. All right, so we've got the fruit done here, and I'm going to put these back. Actually, I'm just going to leave them there for now. I'm going to grab some black and white, and we're going to do the seed here. So I'm going to grab my black. And I just love the artwork on them. They're so pretty. So I'm just going to do the sunflower seed here with a little bit of black, and then I'm going to use a little bit of gray on it as well. And then we're going to take a really light gray. And finish that off. Like so. And there we have a seed. And let's see. Yeah, I think they're worth $100, but that's just my own opinion. And this one here is greenish black. And we're going to start the dish here. I'm going to start with the greenish black in our shadow areas. And we're going to do the dish as a silver dish. So we're going to put in some shadows. And of course the wine down there at the bottom. So we'll not be coloring that any color but wine color. All right. Welcome, Larissa. You're not late. You are here exactly when you needed to be here. Absolutely no need to feel like you're late. Life and family and personal things always comes first. Great thing about streams is you can watch them later. All right, and then this one here. I think I want a little bit darker of a gray. Just going to blend some darker gray into the light gray that I put down. Just building that color up. Hard to see because it is in the grays, but we're going to use this one here. So this one here is moon gray, and this one is out of the we all have that same addiction. And this is from the Pheonix grouping of pencils. And then we're going to take the medium gray here. Yes, this is a support group for that addiction. All right. Touching, just doing little touch-ups, getting that dish just the right color. Nice. I don't have the Rooms of Wonder, but I do have the Debbie Macomber, I do believe. All right, so we're going to put this one back, and we'll tuck that one back in there. And find my itty bitty. Wipe off the red, because we don't want red in here. Not yet, anyway. Not pressing really hard because I am going to put a little bit of a reflection from the wine on the side of the bowl here, on the inside of the bowl. So now we're going to go back to our reds. We're going to start with the sangria, and we're going to make this red wine. Yeah, it definitely lucked out there. We're going to bring that dark ring up onto the bowl a little bit here. Just put a little bit of a reflection up on the back of the bowl. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Now we're going to go in with some red, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a little bit of that red up on the back of the bowl. And then we're going to fill in a little bit on the sangria. And then we're going to take the grenadine. And take a little bit more of the sangria. Yeah, the AliExpress, the Holbeins are horrific. The cost for them is really high. Okay, and there is our red wine. All right, then we're going to take our blender and we're going to blend that in. Like that. And there we have our bowl of wine. Now we're going to do our drip so that we don't forget. And then we're going to move on to something else. So I'm going to go in through here with the deepest color, which is the sangria. And then the next deepest color, which is the red. So we've worked with a lot of reds so far today. So let's move on to a different color here. So we've got an orange here. Don't think I want to start on the elf or the mouse yet. Let's work on the orange, and then we'll turn it and work on the sausages, I think. So let's start with this color here, which should be saffron. Now I'm going to show you a picture and tell me if my assumption is correct, because I don't want to, color it as an orange if it doesn't look like an orange. But is that an orange? This thing here looks like an orange to me. I'm not fond of the Raffines. I like the Marco Renoir and the orange. Okay. I like the Marco Renoir and I like um, the oh, what are they called? I'm trying to think, and brain has decided that it doesn't want to work. The collections, the ones they use for the collections. I like those too. Yes, your brain is not too small, dear. All right, and then we're going to go with apricot. Yeah, I'm not fond of the um, refines. They're really, really hard to me. I have seen a lot of people use them and do absolutely gorgeous things with them, but to me they're just really hard and they hurt my hands. All right, now the next color is going to be well, maybe that was saffron. This one's apricot. And that one's persimmon. Yeah, okay. So that was saffron. This is apricot. Um, I don't really have a lot of preferences when it comes to my pencils. I I prefer oil-based pencils because they are a little bit, the layering is a lot easier with them. But I try to use all my pencils, and anything that I keep in my collection, um, I find is a good set of pencils. And that's my cop out on saying that I have a preference, because I love them all, and it's like picking your favorite child. You just can't do it. I just can't do it. But I do like both. I like the collection as well as the Pheonix. Now we're going to go in with the persimmon. Yes, there are some I don't keep. I have sent back quite a few and actually thrown some out. Some I have kept and I will be using to make a countertop with for or an insert for my art desk once I move into my own studio when the kids move out. But other than that, yeah, there are quite a few that I have gone ick and sent them back. The ones that I couldn't send back, I use for Frederica, the it depends upon your budget. There are a lot of different sets out there that have a great color palette. I find that the polys are very earth-based. They're very, very earthy tones, and I find the Prismas is a pain in my butt. But I still use them. I just they drive me crazy because of their breakage, but I do use them. But any of the larger sets, depending upon how much of a full set syndrome you end up with. I have really bad full set syndrome, so the bigger the set, the better for me, in my opinion. So, oh, that's good. I'm glad you don't because mine break constantly. No, the Crazy Arts definitely went back. The Brute Funers are fantastic. The 240 Color are wonderful. Um, the Brute Funer squares have a really good palette in comparison to the Fabers as well as the yeah. Prismacolors are great except for the smudging and the breakage. I have really really big problems with their breakage. I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can see what we have done so far in the best light possible while I have a drink of coffee. The 168 Brutes, I like them. They are a harder pencil than the newer Brutes, the 520 set as well as the squares. The colors are softer than the 168 Brutes. And I have heard good things about the black barrel colors. However, I personally don't like them, but I know a lot of people do use them. All right, so what part should we do now? So we've got some of the fruit done, the seed, the wine. What should we do now? Let's do this jar up here. So I'm going to turn it sideways here, move you over. So I'm going to work on this jar, and we're going to do the tie in green. So let's grab our green set, and then we're going to do a cream there, and I think maybe a blue. What do you guys think? Nice china blue. Absolutely not a problem at all. Awesome, Catherine. I'm glad you did. Because I could not help. Sorry. The forked meat. This meat? We'll do that after. This won't take very long. I'm going to use this one. So this one should be jade. That's what it should be. It looks like jade. Now this is a part that will be continued. So I've only got half the jar here. So the rest of the jar is actually on somebody else's page. So it will, one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is seeing how everybody's pages connect and how everybody colors differently. There's so many different styles that each of us have that should be fun to watch. And the great thing about green is it ties into pretty much any color. So, all right, now we're going to take our lightest green here, which is the yellowish green, and we're just going to finish that off. And of course, if you want to take a look at Fabrica's works, all you have to do is hit exclamation point Fabrica and follow the instructions on that page on how to order. And yeah, she's very responsive, so you know, if you have any questions or anything such as that, you can definitely. Awesome, Catherine. Yeah, I can't wait to see it all finished either. All right, so we're going to do the topper here, and we're going to do that in some cream tones. So I want to use honey and let's see, what other tones do we have? I think soil is another good one. So yeah, let's work with honey and soil. So let's do honey first, which should be this one here. All right, so we'll do this area here with our honey for our shadow areas. All right, doing the back side here. Now I'm going to leave this area here open so that when it ties in, we can tie it in. So I'm going to leave this part here soft so that when Sarah is done doing her part, I can blend it into that area. I want this one here. And this one is called Soil, and it's in the um, black box with the black Pheonix type thing on it. The blackbird. And I'm going to adjust that. Don't know why. Sometimes it just goes really dark. Every once in a while it decides that it's going to adjust for the light that I have on instead of... There, that's better. That is better. Keeps on adjusting for things I don't want it to adjust to. Now we're going to also use a blue gray out of here as well. This one here is Lunar White. And we're going to use let's take a look at the other one. I want a really light blue, so we're going to use ice blue as well. Pretty sure that's the lightest other than the lunar. So we're going to use ice blue from the Pheonix and the lunar white from the artist grade for the barrel here. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes it just, if I have the light on in the living room, sometimes it just decides, okay, well, that's really bright, and we're going to dull it down, where I want it to be bright so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Noise. So I'm just coming up underneath the cover here, as well as between the sausages, making sure that we put the shadow in. And then we're going to use our lunar white, which is a very, very, very pale blue. Almost like a china blue almost. And there we have that. Hello, Della. Well, clean away. Don't overdo it. There we go for our blue-gray color. Now I'm also going to take this one here, which is Sky. And we're just going to add a little bit of it into some of that shadow area, just to deepen it up just a little bit. And then we'll blend it together. Yeah, cleaning up. I gotta do that at some point today too. Della, you are welcome to come down and do my blinds and my drapes. I can't reach them. Too short. All right. No, thank you. Aw, but I tried. I'll feed you. Oh, Halloween party. Yes, you need to do that for that. So I'm just blending in that deeper blue. Getting that shadow smoothed out. Like so. Yes, I am fun-sized. On a good day, I reach 5 feet. With my heels on, I'm a 5'4", but I have to wear 4-inch heels for it. And I can't wear those anymore. Wow, that's a huge party, Fred. Frederica, that's like one of those parties of yeah, nope. Here we go. All right, so there is the jar. Now we're going to do the fork and the sausage. And I think that will be the end of today. I think we got quite a bit done. Let's grab our gray set here. Grays and browns. We're going to start with this one here. And this one is Lovesick Gray. So this one is called Lovesick Gray, and I'm doing all the shadowy areas with it. Try not to color his hair gray. And then we're going to go in with this one here, which is, I think, silver gray. I'm going to blend that all together there. And there is our fork. Wow. That's crazy. That's a lot of people. All right, so now we're going to do our sausage, and we're going to start with reddish black. And we're going to do the outer edges of the sausage in the shadows. So we're doing the casing. Like so. Awesome. That would be so fun. Thank you. All right, now we're going to move into our browns. So we need the yellow box. And we're going to go in with some sandalwood. And I'm going to turn the page a little bit so I'm moving in the right direction here. Coming off of that red black there. I don't know why they call it red black, but it's a very nice mahogany deep brown. And then we're going to take this color and we're going to start coloring inside the sausage with it. Leaving our little bits of fat alone so that we can color those fatty colors. And I'm just doing it very lightly. And then we're going to add our next color, which is going to be our brown. leaving the little fatty areas to be cream. And then we're going to take the brown and we're going to do the edge of the sausage here. And then we're just going to bring that in. Blending those colors together. And then we're going to use this one here, I think. No. Let's use... Trying to choose the right color that's not too yellow, because I don't want it to be yellow. Alright, so we're going to use this one here, which is honey. And then we're going to go back to our grays, and we're going to take that same color that we used on that area there. Now we're just going to blend this all together. Like that. Well, I'm almost done with the sausage, Yana. Now, I'm not quite sure how they cooked the sausage, but that's the cooked sausage. And there's our fork. Alright, so I'm going to put these away over here, and then I will switch on the main camera so you can see what we've gotten done so far. Alright, so that is what we have gotten done so far. We've got the fork done, we've got the sausage done, we've got our apple done, and our cherries, the orange, and the wine. Nope, no, it's got to be grilled, you know. So on Monday, what we will be doing is, I think we'll do him on Monday, and the rodent, and then we'll work on these sausages and the floor. We've got lots of time, and it seems to be going very quickly. So this paper is really, really good for with these pencils. So that is where we are so far. So of course, make sure that you hang out with Shannon, Sarah, and Tonje. If you aren't already subscribed to all their channels, make sure that you subscribe to those. And I don't know if they're going to be streaming their coloring, but once they are colored, they're going to send their colorings to me, and I'm going to put them all back together so that we can take a look and see how it looks all as one. Because each of us has our own style, has our own way of doing things. So, you know, sometimes it clashes, sometimes it just makes beautiful music together. So, we will work together and put them all together and see how things go. All right, guys, with that, thank you all very much for watching. Of course, remember to check out Amazon Tammy. She usually streams about 2 hours after I do on Saturday. So if you don't already subscribe to her channel, just hit exclamation point Amazon Tammy, and that will give you a link to her channel. Make sure you go over and of course like and subscribe. Always remember to comment on a video you enjoy. And with that, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, thank you so much for being here and have a fantastic day. Until then, bye bye for now.